Welcome back to another Psychotronic Coast to Coast. I'm your host, but the most, Skin Slip, and my co-host with almost the most, Owen Neal. We're here to watch. We watched this 1988 classic, quote unquote. I use lightly. Uh, Hack-O-Lantern, also known as Halloween Night and Death Mask, depending on if you're the UK or Australia or here. Most people know it's Hack-O-Lantern, and previously only available in like really shoddy bootlegs that were sourced from a horrendous VHS. I mean, you could have gotten an okay VHS before because VHS was okay quality, but now we got it on DVD and Blu-ray, and the quality here is really high, like image-wise. Like you can see all of the imperfections, all of the camera trickery used to hide some of the set effects, and it's a joy and delight to be able to see this movie in such good quality, and also it was painful. Anyway, so we're pairing this with All Hallows Eve from 2013. That will be the next movie we watch, and it's part of our Halloween double feature. Where last year we did like a all 5 Silent Night, Deadly Night films, and like the year before we did a bunch of other Santa Killer. No, we had one other Santa Killer from last year actually. Christmas Evil, to make it even 6 or whatever, right?
Last year we did all Halloween movies too.
We did all Halloween movies too, yeah, it's true. So we did Midnight Hour, and fuck, that was a year ago, wasn't it? Oh, was that earlier this year?
Jacko,
God, Jacko. This was better than Jacko. I'll give it that. But yeah, we're kind of running out of Halloween movies of high quality, so we're going to get even more into the bottom barrel as we go along. It'll be fun. Hope you join us for that. Anyway, why don't you take us on this journey of Hack-O-Lantern, and I'll see what I remember as we go.
See what I remember as we go.
That's fine.
I felt like we talked more than we were paying attention.
They talked more than was necessary in this movie, to be fair. 97 minutes, this could have been 77 easy. Not that I'm trying to tell anybody to, like, make short movies. Make a movie out as long as you feel it needs to be, but this one was long.
Okay. So it opens up, and we see Grandpa come in, gives the kid a pumpkin. Very awkward scene with lots of awkward hugging.
Yes, awkward hugging would be a way to describe it, yeah.
I'm not going to remember the names. I think that one was Tommy, right?
I believe that was Tommy, yes.
Yeah, he gives Tommy a pumpkin. And he's carving the pumpkin and throwing pumpkin seeds at his sister like a little jerk. Then another kid comes in, claiming he's shooting everyone's head off. And then you have the mom. But when the mom finds out the pumpkin's from Grandpa, she smashes that shit.
Yep. She didn't want nothing to do with that old fuck.
Yep.
Including his pumpkin. And
then the dad's like, I'm going to talk to him. So the dad heads off to talk to Grandpa, and he gets killed and lit on fire.
Yep. At first we thought he was, like, seduced by Satan. But apparently
Yep.
It was just... that's what they kept doing, even though we all know this is Satan. This is I love you guys. They were just saying I love you to everybody. It was pretty hilarious. But, yeah, it's not really clearly shot, and so we thought at first he was just, like, possessed.
Yes,
because the grandpa...
because it cuts to 15 years later.
Without saying it's 15 years later, right? We didn't see... There's no marker or anything, it just cuts to...
Like, Grandpa pulls in, guy gets out of the car, they do their little fucking hand touchy thing. And I thought it was still the dad, but, I mean, we were only half-assed paying attention, so it's Tommy grown up. He now hangs out with Grandpa and does Satan shit.
He does Satan stuff, guys.
And then we start seeing the rest of the family. The daughter is getting ready for a Halloween party. The other son is now a cop.
Oh yeah, what we saw him as kids, the kid who becomes a cop has like running around with a Tommy gun, pretending to shoot everyone. Just so we're clear, like there's kind of foreshadowing here.
So Grandpa drops off Tommy, and he heads up the road, and the mom is in the road and stops him, confronts him, says, "He's my son. You leave him alone." and he says pretty much that it's their
He said
son.
he's actually made of both of us, is what he
You get a
said.
little flashback on her wedding night. Grandpa straight up rapes her.
Yep.
And apparently has Tommy. And
Yeah,
then
felt right.
Tommy's kind of like distant. He's kind of emo, like, fuck you, mom. I'm going to the basement. Puts on his headphones and we get a fucking rock music video.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Get a
Yeah.
little Son of the Devil.
Son of the devil.
Dun, 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 dun.
Song's really good, actually. Oddly enough. Really cheesy, but yeah.
It's from an actual band.
Apparently. I didn't know this. I thought it was just for the movie. But
I'm not sure how you pronounce the name, though. I sent you a picture of it, though.
oh, yeah, you did. Hold
Go
on.
buy it on vinyl.
It was DC LaCroix. That's the name of the band.
It's a real band.
Real
But yeah,
band. Yes,
Straight
it
up
is.
music video. They're playing and singing, and then a girl comes out as like a bikini wearing headhunter, and she's zapping stuff with her eyeballs. Not her fingers, but her eyeballs. And then the band disappears, and then it's just him playing the guitar, Tommy. And then he's stabbed by her with a trident, and he wakes up.
Okay, so here we go. This trident kill, oh my god. So the way it's shot is the trident comes out the camera, and then it shows it like in his neck, and it's actually pretty cool for like a split second, and then cut away to something else, and they come back, and you see the trident just hovering away from his neck now, and now you can tell it's not piercing him anymore, and it's just like really badly shot. Like so that's the running theme in this movie. Pretty decent budget special effects for like a $4 million movie or whatever, but like badly shot, so it doesn't matter how good the special effects are if it's shot in such a way that it ruins the magic of special effects, or whatever. It just it pretty much, the movie undermines itself at every chance it gets.
I just like this because it's not like it's a quick dream or like a foreshadowing of something to come. No, it's just a full 4-minute long song.
Whole music video. Whole music video. There's two of them. There's two full music videos in this movie.
I'm trying to remember. I think Beth comes over now, right? Does the spider scare?
Oh yeah, she's in the bathtub, and her friend is like moving this really terrible like Halloween spider towards her, and she like blindly grabs and thinks it's a loofah at first, and screams and she sees it's a spider. But then her friend just barges in while she's fully fucking naked, and she just stands up while fully naked, and just like no one cares that anyone's naked. And like last I checked, people just don't just get naked in front of each other. I could be wrong.
Some ladies do that.
I guess. I mean, I guess so. I shouldn't judge. It just feels really weird. That's just like, she's like, oh look, I'm fully naked. Hi friend. You're like, how about no? You should be in my fucking bathroom while I'm taking a shower or going to the bathroom, because fuck you, it's privacy. You're a shitty friend for coming in and trying to scare me while I'm trying to take a bath. You shouldn't even come in the fucking bathroom. Sorry, distracted there.
I just like she gets out fully, completely wet, covered in bubbles, puts the thing on, and then when it cuts, the friend cuts back, she's dry as can be. Her hair's all dry.
Yes. Oh, sorry about the yawn. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I was just unimpressed.
But yeah, she's trying to hook the cop brother up with Beth, and they're getting ready. They got to go decorate the head party for the Halloween party. And then we kind of see more like the mom like jumps out at him pretty much and scares him. Is like, you should visit your dad's grave today. And they're like, okay. But then you have some more of, I believe it's now the Tommy is with his hot woman there.
Oh, the short-haired blonde lady, right?
Yeah.
Because she's wearing like she's wearing like a one-piece bathing suit and a sweater. So like she's got like no pants on. And
it wasn't even a bathing suit, because then later she put on a bathing suit to go swimming in the pool.
It was a different kind of thing. It was a different kind of bathing suit. It was a one piece, and like it's riding up her ass because it's too small. So
it's like hot pants, but straight up the ass.
Except it's not. Except it's totally a swimsuit. Is my point. It just it's totally up her ass. She's just showing off her cheeks to everyone, trying to get everyone to look at her. That's basically the thing. I think they're shoplifting or something, right? And like she just
No, she bought all the stuff.
Okay, but she has like what we assume was a tattoo on her butt, but apparently later we come to find out she's been branded by Satanists. Because they brand someone else later, and we're like, oh, it wasn't a tattoo. It wasn't tattooed Satanism. It was branded Satanism.
Although oddly enough, Grandpa does not like her, so it seems weird. They did a ceremony and branded her, and he's just like, fuck off. But Grandpa was pretty funny in this part because he's like, normally I'd say fuck her brains out, but she doesn't have any. She's just sitting in the car right there. So basically, tonight's supposed to be a ceremony, and he's going to the store to get some candles because that's what Satanists do.
Hell yeah!
Gotta go to the candle store.
Man, when you are a Satanist, you have stock in candle companies. Man, you use so many candles. Your primary source of lighting, all your rituals are with fucking candles, and you can't be cheap candles. Satan doesn't like cheap candles, so you gotta like go to Yankee Candle, get some really nice scented ones. Satan really likes vanilla candles. And those raspberry ones they had for a very short run. Anyway, I digress about Satan's candle choices.
Grandpa pretty much tells him to stop goofing off with the girl. So she goes home, and then she does some naked swimming, and she does a shower where we see everything. Which is funny. They don't even show a shower. Like, you just see her get full on naked in the shower, and then it cuts to her just getting out of the shower.
Yeah, there's actually, for a small budget film, there is a horrendous amount of full frontal nudity. Like, it was like really shocking. I never understand how I don't understand how these people are able to do that. Like, just trying to get somebody to do like a topless scene in a student film was like. I guess real money makes a difference. Like, I'll give you $5,000 to be naked. You're like, okay. Like, I can see that makes a difference. But I mean, like,
it also depends where you're getting them, though.
It's just one of those things. Like, I guess you just gotta find people who don't have a problem being naked and want to do it for the art. Like, it's weird. Luck. It's probably because it's Southern California where it was shot, and they probably just hired porn stars. I was about to say. I was literally just about to say that. They probably just hired porn stars who do this for a living, oddly enough. Get naked on the camera. They didn't have to have sex. They just got naked for the camera. Like, it's like easy money for them. It's a really rude way of saying that, but you get my point.
Yeah.
It's easier money than having sex for money. Yes.
And we're finally, I don't even know what time this point is, but we're finally introduced to the killer.
Yeah.
And the mask. Yeah. And whatever. What was the thing they even had? It's not really a rake. It's got like 3 hooks.
What is that thing? It's for baling hay, right? It's one of those things.
It's kind of like a pitchfork, but it's shorter, and then it like turns in the end instead of being straight.
Little pitchfork with turn in it.
It's probably just a pitchfork, but
nope. Well, that didn't help. The little pitchfork thing.
Called a rake fork.
Google Images.
But she thinks it's Tommy. She gets all naked again, lays on the couch, turns her head, and whap. He pulls that out and sticks it right in her head and neck.
It's just called a curved pitchfork.
It is?
Yep. There's 6 times. Oh, here was the 7th name. Manure fork. It's a manure fork.
Oh.
The curved one's a manure fork. Thank you, Google, for answering that in the sixth link. But hey, finally got it. Finally found what I was looking for.
It's for the poo.
Apparently. But I think the one in her neck is an actual pitchfork.
No.
Oh no, you're right. It's over. He swings overhead. Yeah. Yep. It's a manure fork to the neck. Insult to injury. By the way, once again, same concept. Really badly shot, but pretty decent effects considering the budget of this film, the time it was made. A couple $1 million is nothing. It's like a tiny little budget for. It's actually a big budget for a small film, but not like that big. And you can tell they put a lot into the makeup effects. then they shot it badly. Oh, and probably most of the budget was 35mm film. So it was shot in 35. And by the way, the transfer looks great. Beautiful grain. There's some damage in some scenes where you can like I guess all the image is gone and there's like white streaks in the film. And there's a few instances of shutter, like the camera like. There's in photographic process, if you fuck up, there's like camera shutter and it makes like the motion look weird for a second. You'll see like someone does like a really bad slow-mo and then you look at it and you're like, this is weird, it doesn't feel right. That's what happens. It's like it's bad shut. It's like the shutter's fucked up. And then at least one point there, and at least a dozen times, there's like entire ADR replacement for everybody, and it's really obvious a few times. So yeah, that's like all the real like flaws in here, but it looks good, look pretty good. Sorry, I got on a side tangent about the condition of the movie. We should continue now.
Let's see. Tommy comes home, smacks around her sister's boyfriend because they were gonna have sex. Threw him out of the house, threatening to kill him, and then he's killed in the cemetery with a shovel in the head.
In the next scene, yeah, and with the worst special effects of the movie, which is not really saying much because it's still pretty decent.
As well as they're trying to set up the whodunit thing because after the brother throws him out, he goes downstairs and puts that same mask and cloak into his bag that the killer wears.
Well, I guess the worst special effect is this severed head from the music video in the movie. But yeah, the shovel sequence is probably the second worst special effect in the movie. Not any of it's any bad. But and another thing is between the two music videos in this movie, it's a long stretch of dialogue. People just talking mostly, and there's a few kills. Like we're about to talk about, the boyfriend gets killed. And there's one of the killing, and then we get the other music video, right? And the stand-up sequence, and the...
There's only one music video.
There are two music videos, I swear.
There's a band playing at the party.
Oh, the movie becomes... The music
video.
becomes a music video. The movie becomes a music video, excuse me.
It's different.
Not quite the same, my bad.
Let's see, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
I believe the cop brother has sex with Beth in the cemetery on top of the dead boyfriend.
The freshly dug grave, and she's grabbing the cold dead hand while he's groping her. And he's like, "Oh, your hand's so cold." Like she doesn't notice there's 3 fucking hands, but okay. Sure, maybe she's really into it and doesn't think about it. I can see that. Jesus.
It kind of jumps around here. I believe he drops Beth off. He goes to the party, so we get to see some of the party already. Where it's the strangest party ever. Like a girl comes down the stairs and just gets naked, and they're like, "There's a stripper inside." I'm like, "What kind of Halloween party is this?"
I know. Some people are dressed up in costumes. Some people are just wearing clothes. My favorite part is there's a punk there. His costume is that he's been stabbed. That's it. He's got a knife in him.
There's also like a cowboy magician.
Yeah, and another cowboy without any fucking shirt on, but like he's an open jacket. And like, it's so weird.
There's 2 or 3 wounded soldiers.
Yeah, there's one lady in what looks like a prom dress. The girlfriend of one of the characters, I can't remember. Yeah, and there's a bunch of other ladies who are just dressed fancy. That's it. They're just themselves with makeup on. Like, great costume, guys.
So then after the stripper, there's just a belly dancing snake charmer. And then there's like a way too long scene of a guy that comes out and like, there's a stripper in there, and then does a comedian act, like a stand-up act.
Like it's a whole fucking stand-up act, complete with not funny punchlines and people laughing forcefully.
Yeah. It's like a turkey before Thanksgiving.
And then he does a turkey impression. Walk. His turkey impression's a one-eyed old man, apparently. I'm so confused by that.
And then he had props too, because then he did the turkey being shot and he blew feathers out.
I know! What the fuck?
And everyone was loving it. But while that's going on...
And that guy doesn't have a costume. He's just wearing, like, hillbilly clothes. Which isn't a costume, by the way, guys.
And then oddly enough, the sister's like, "Hey, Beth, show me where you had sex with my brother in the graveyard."
I know, right?
And then she's like, "Oh, real funny, a fake dead hand." And she pulls her dead boyfriend up.
And then they're screaming.
Yeah, and then she's like, Tommy did this. I'm gonna get him.
And then they immediately run to the barn where Tommy and his grandpa are doing a satanic ritual.
Yep. The blood is the power. And she interrupts it, so Grandpa's like, tie her up. All right, Tommy, stab your sister to death.
Oh, before this, by the way, during the time between that musical performance and the other musical performance, we got to see a ritual where they brand the lady, a different new lady in the butt with a brand.
That's the same scene we're talking about.
That's the same scene? I could have swore that was a third scene that we watched.
It went pretty long before the sister showed up. But yeah,
okay, that's what it was.
Ceremony.
Oh, it was the same ceremony. Right. Okay.
Because it was cutting between them, like, oh, we're drinking goat's blood, and then
that's
cut to the party.
This is the last 35 minutes of the movie, so you understand it was
They're branding on ass, and it cuts back.
It's extended throughout this whole period of 35 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm kind of skipping over a ton of stuff.
It's okay. Not a lot of shit happens in the middle, so it's fine.
But Tommy, he's wearing the outfit that the killer's wearing. And he cuts his sister loose, tells him to run. Grandpa's pissed, kicks him out of the group.
Yes, and then speaks some evil words at him. Oh, earlier he spoke backwards words at some people driving away. I can't remember why. He cursed them, words.
At his son/grandson and his girl.
Oh, that's right. He like did the whole woo blah 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 blah. You're like, okay, David Lynch, Jesus, calm down there.
So, apparently, if you don't listen to Satan leaders, they just kick you out of the group. Now, get out of here. But then Grandpa dons the mask and says he's gonna do something, and they get to the. Oddly, I assume they went to get the brother because he's a cop, but the sister and the Beth go to the party. I assume they didn't just be like, whatever, Grandpa wanted me sacrificed, let's go to the party. But that's where an older woman hits on the cop's son. Says, when you're off duty, I can pull your trigger.
Oh, Jesus.
And then she's rendered unconscious by tying her dress too tight, but then shanked in the spine.
I think she's, it's like a bear hug, right? All the air, wind was forced out of her. You know, the killer, like, violently laces up her corset and then stabs her to death. And then leaves her on the toilet.
Yeah. And then the killer strangles Beth, hangs her in the closet. And then the sister finds her, freaks out.
Which was genuinely shocking. I didn't think Beth was going to die, to be fair. I don't think she was going to be the ones who survived. But nope. I was wrong. But it's okay. I fucking called the twist 10 minutes into the fucking movie, so. We're going to keep going. We're going to give you that twist because we're evil fuckers like that. So.
Grandpa shows up, donning his full outfit, but there's another Satan there, and they're going to fight. Which there's a very awkward cut, because then all of a sudden, like, it's clearly Grandpa when he comes in the door, because you can see some of his flannel under his little coat. But then when this cut, it's just Grandpa wearing the mask, and his fucking coat's gone, so you can clearly just see his flannel.
I've got a fear for this. They only had one cape. So what happened was, they get to the scene...
they had multiple capes. Everyone at the Satan party had capes on.
Yeah, but I meant for that specific costume. They only had one cape.
It's the same cape.
But they didn't think about that.
They had at least 5 or 6 capes.
Right, but they only have one that matches the Satan outfit, and so they just went, okay, whatever. So instead of, like, cutting it so you can see the cape on both people, they just cut to a very awkward, obviously shot later sequence, which, by the way, breaks the 180 rule entirely and totally jars you. So then you immediately notice that the grandpa's not wearing a cape anymore. If they had done better at blending it, you may not have noticed the cape go missing, you know?
I assume they just wanted you to know that one was Grandpa.
I suppose.
But it would have made more sense if they were tangling, and you're like, who's who?
Yeah, and then someone gets stabbed.
Could have been there and like, who do I shoot?
And who gets stabbed? Oh, it's Grandpa.
Grandpa's dead as shit. Wait, before he dies, he does a little bing to the cop grandson. Blood is power.
The blood is power.
That's important later. But the other one starts running away, and he shoots the killer in the back. And there's a long, overly drawn out scene of the killer wandering through the woods.
Yeah, it's like 8 minutes of her wandering. No, it's like 5 minutes of her wandering through the
Yep.
woods. Like, what the fuck?
It's the mom. It's their mom.
Spoilers. I called it 10 minutes in. I'm like, how much you want to bet it's the mom doing the killings?
She dies in the son/brother arms. I guess that's still a thing.
Yes.
She dies on the grave.
It is both her brother and her son. That is the reality of that situation.
Which doesn't really come to play at all.
Nope, it's just a weird twist at the very beginning of the movie.
So then she's dead, and it just cuts to Satanists doing their barn shit, and oh, look at it's the cop's son. He's now the leader.
Yep.
So another
Power
thing that
blood.
never really came into play is the fact that Satan's real and they have powers.
Yep. And he can possess people with him.
That was just a little side story that didn't matter. It was all about the mom being a slasher killer.
Well,
Basically the reason was her kids were leaving her and she wanted the family to stay together.
So what happened is every time there was someone interfering with her family, she would kill that person.
Yep. Because, cop became a son, moved out, left her. Other one's doing Satan stuff and lives in the basement and listens to rock music, doesn't talk to her. And the daughter has no time for her mom because she wants to hang out with her friends. That's the whole reason. But then again, what was the point of Satan being real and there's powers when it had nothing to do with the person killing people?
How do you cut around that? Oh. Sorry. Yes, it's one of many. Oh no, I'm gonna try that over again. It's one of many weird things about this movie. Now, this is directed by Jagmohan Mundra, whose name I probably just butchered. He's born in Nagpur, India, but he did a bunch of exploitation films, all of which we're gonna end up watching at some point. This is just the first of at least two that I know we're gonna watch, and the other one's Open House, which is another slasher film he made. He made that at the very end of the slasher boom in '87, the year before Halloween Night, aka Hack-O-Lantern. But he also did Wild Cactus, Improper Conduct, Legal Tender, Sexual Malice, Last Call, like a bunch of fucking Skinamax films, some cheap action films. So we're gonna watch a few of them at least. The Jigsaw Murders is another one. So here's what I was gonna get at. I feel like this is a person who loves American culture to some extent because they wanted to make films. They come to America, they start making films here, but they're trying to make films that are American enough so that they don't seem weird and foreign. But all it is a foreign person interpreting American things through his foreign prism, and so it's not coming out quite right. This is like the samurai cop of horror films. Like that was the same problem with that film. This was less pronounced, to be fair, but this is definitely lots of real stilted acting, lots of missing the whole point, and overdoing the whole like I'm American kind of stuff. But yeah, this is an interesting movie. What did you think of the movie as a whole?
There was a lot of dull parts that just dragged on.
Agree.
I'm still just confused what the whole that's your son/grandson and we have Satan powers, but it has nothing to do with the plot of the movie. It's just strange to me.
It's just something that is.
Other than the fact that, like, hey, we wear a rubber Satan mask when we do our rituals.
Right.
So therefore, who's the killer? Even though we kind of knew.
Yeah, I kind of guessed it.
I don't know. There wasn't even a lot of kills in it.
No, about 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah.
Pitchfork to the neck, shovel to the head, beheading.
Well, that wasn't really a kill. That was a dream.
Manure. It doesn't matter. We still got to see it. Manure, fork to the neck. I think that was all of them, actually.
2 women at the party, and then the mom was shot. That was it.
Mom was shot. Yeah.
Well, Grandpa died.
Yeah, there's a few things, but like it wasn't like a ton of things. It was but they, to be fair, the ones they show in detail are quite detailed, even if they do film them badly.
It's an odd piece.
Yes, an understatement. All right, so next week we are watching 2013's All Hallows Eve, per Owen's choosing, and I don't know what to think about it because the trailer made it look not so great. But how many times have we watched a movie that had a bad trailer and it was actually a pretty decent film? Quite a lot, actually. So, until next time, guys, I think that's going to do it for us. Do you have any last words about this movie? Oh, what did you rate the film?
I'd give it a 3 out of 5.
I agree. It's definitely a solid 3 out of 5. It's worth watching. If you're a fan of slash films, you're definitely going to want to watch this one. This is a hidden gem of that genre that does things a little bit differently here and there because it's filmed a little bit like a giallo, and a little bit like a supernatural thriller. It's kind of weird. It's a little bit of everything. It's not good at any of it, and it's enjoyable for a good chunk of it. So, yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. Solid choice. So we'll see you next week for All Hallows Eve, guys. Bye.